Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome, everyone. We're thrilled that you joined us today, wherever you're joining us from, whether it be a warm and sunny place or a cold and snowy one. Today we're going to, my name is Tess, and this is Noni. Welcome to our meditation space, and thank you to Engage for hosting us. Today we're going to continue our mindful meditation journey with a guided meditation based on the Sufi tradition. But before we do, you may wish to turn off cell phones and watches so that they don't alarm you during your meditation. We're going to go right into the guided meditation. So let's take a steady and upright posture. Place both feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. And then straighten your spine as much as is comfortable for you. There's no need to force anything. Let the back of your neck gently elongate as the crown of your head slightly lifts toward the ceiling. And then gently tuck your chin just a wee bit as if you were nodding. And remember, there's no need to force anything. Be comfortable. Now, you can place your hands in chin mudra with the thumbs and forefingers gently touching, with the hand then resting palm down on the thigh. If that's not comfortable for you, and you can just rest your hands, palms down on your thighs. Now, please close your eyes and allow your eyes to soften. Imagine that you're looking at a sleeping kitten or a sleeping baby. Let your eyes be soft and gentle. Now smile. A great, big, beautiful smile. This will allow your facial muscles to relax completely. Now I'll go ahead and smile another great, big, beautiful smile and release the muscles in your neck and your shoulders. Allow them to fully relax. Take a minute and let your neck and shoulders settle into this softness. Now, scan your body for any signs of stress or tension and send warmth, and relaxation to those places. And now, take in a deep, slow, mindful breath. And then release that breath fully. Again, a nice deep breath in. And exhale completely. And one more deep inhalation. And breathe out long. And now, please return to your normal rate of breathing. In a small town in ancient Persia, there lived a Sufi saint named Farid Salama. This saint was known for his wisdom, for his compassion, and for his peaceful disposition. People came from all over to see this saint for advice, for teachings to live by, and for his blessings. Over time, people settled in the area around Farid Salama's residence to be near him and to study with this enlightened being. Before long, a beautiful and thriving town sprung up around the saint's humble home. One day, a man named Shabazz arrived from a far-off region. He had heard of the saint, and he was curious. Shabazz had been searching his whole life for an enlightened teacher, one who could give him the inner peace that he sought. He was ready to move, lock, stock, and barrel, to the town in which the saint lived. But upon meeting the saint, Shabazz had questions. I plan to live here, to study your teachings. I want to become enlightened and be free from suffering, just like you. I would like to become your student. But first, I have questions. What kind of town is this? And what kind of people live here? The saint replied, as saints often do, with a question. What kind of people lived in the town you came from? Oh, said Shabazz, they were awful, just terrible. They were gossipers, they were negative, they were lazy, hypocrites, mean, and not kind at all. There were thieves, liars, misers, and cranky people of all sorts. What a miserable lot they were. To this, the Sufi saint replied, then you will find the people here to be just the same. Some months passed, and another seeker named Bule Shah from another region arrived at the saint's home. He too was ready to dedicate his life to following the path of enlightenment. He planned to stay and to learn from the saint, and he too had questions before settling in. What kind of town is this? What kind of people live here? And once again, the saint answered with the same question. What kind of people lived in the town that you came from? Bule Shah's eyes lit up, and he replied, oh, it was a wonderful town, filled with the kindest of people. They were alive with virtue and goodness. They were all saintly and sweet, generous, helpful, and dear. It was hard to leave my hometown because the people there were so very dear to me. And then the saint said, then you will find the people here to be just the same.
But wait. How can the saint's town be filled with awful people for Shabazz and saintly people for Bule Shah? How is that possible? Perception. Perception is reality. As you think, so you feel. As you think, so you do. As you think, so you see. And as you do, so you become. So, if you think your neighbors are unkind, judgmental, or unhelpful, then this is what you will experience. You will experience this because The mental habit of negativity will seep into your reality, and it will filter your perception of the world. If, on the other hand, you think of your neighbors as kind, virtuous, good people, this is how you will experience them. We create our world with our thought habits. If we train our minds and nudge them in the direction of good, we will create and sustain that goodness within us and all around us. So go ahead and try it. Think of your world as a wonderland, a place of great beauty, a place of great joy, and it will become more and more wondrous and beautiful. For a moment, just think of your town. Think of your life. Think of your world as a joyful wonderland. How does that sit with you? How does your body feel when you think that way? Expect wonder, and you will find it. Look for goodness, look for kindness, look for compassion, and you will find them. So now, let's meditate. Pardon me. Every time we meditate, we use a Sanskrit mantra, which has been used for over 7,000 years. The mantra that we use is Hamsa. It's spelled Hamsa. Hamsa. Hamsa is a breath mantra. Hamsa is the sound that your breath makes when you inhale and exhale. Hamsa goes on within you every minute of every day and every night of your life. All we have to do is remember Hamsa and then link it to our breathing, and we can be instantly calm and serene. So now we'll practice it together. As you inhale, silently repeat hum. As you exhale, silently repeat sa. Pardon me. Hum on the in-breath, sa on your out-breath. Hum as you breathe in, sa as you breathe out. Now silently repeat after me. I am that essence, which is goodness and virtue. I am that essence, which is goodness and virtue. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Hum on your in-breath, sa on your out-breath. Now silently repeat, I am a storehouse of goodness and virtue. I am a storehouse of goodness and virtue. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Silently repeat to yourself, I am breathing in goodness for myself. I am breathing in goodness for myself. As I breathe out, I am surrounding myself with goodness. I am breathing in goodness for myself. As I breathe out, I am filling the room with goodness. As you meditate, thoughts will come, thoughts will go, that's inevitable. If you find yourself thinking during meditation, just resume your silent repetition of hum on the in-breath and sa on the out-breath. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Continue in this way, and now we'll meditate. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. You can gradually bring your awareness back to the room. Take a nice deep breath in and let your breath out slowly. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. It's always good to come out of meditation slowly and gently. So please don't ever set an alarm for yourself. Have a clock that you can open one eye and peek at, but no alarm. Then please stretch out your arms and your hands and your legs and your feet, and especially your feet and your ankles and your legs. We ask you to do that because we don't want anyone falling, either during this session or when you meditate at home. And our legs and our ankles and feet tend to have a habit of falling asleep. So always make sure they're awake. We don't want anybody falling. And now, does anyone have a question or a comment or an insight? And if you do, you can raise your hand and hopefully our monitor is there.
We're not muted, some people.
And
speak up.
if not, you can just speak up. I don't know if we're muted or not.
We're not.
So if anyone has a question, please. Or if you have an insight, or maybe you have had an experience that you'd like to share, please don't be bashful, because we learn from each other's questions and experiences.
So what kind of town do you live in?
Oh, I live in a wonderful town because I practice every day cheerfulness. It's the first thing that comes into my mind in the morning. Today is a great day. And there's a quote that my mom used to use when I was a child growing up and all through my adolescence. It's from Psalms in the Bible. Today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So I tend to try and be cheerful. And I find that if I'm cheerful and smiling, everybody around me becomes cheerful and smiling. I also would like to pose a challenge for those of you who are with us today or who come in to see this later in the week. During the days and weeks ahead, you may wish to experiment and see how your perception, how you see, how you feel, how you think, how that perception influences your experiences. I know that if I wake up and I'm grumpy and I carry that around, everybody will know about it. So I try to say, take that and put it aside. It's not who I want to be. I don't want that to affect my experiences at all. What kind of town do you live in?
I live in Wonderland.
Oh, please, tell us what you do to have that experience.
I seek wonder every day, every chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
And I never fail to find it.
Mm.
It's funny how it works.
Yeah. We have discovered in the snow that we are extremely rich,
Filthy rich.
filthy rich. Every night, just before the last cups of tea get put in the sink and cleaned up, the lights get turned off, and you look out at the snow. There are diamonds everywhere. We're filthy rich. Mm-hmm. And that's what we go to sleep with. We go to sleep saying, oh, we are the most fortunate filthy rich people on the face of this earth.
That's right.
So
Sorry, Florida.
I heard you giggle, and I think that was Nancy. Anybody else have something they'd like to share? Go ahead. It's your turn. No?
I have something I can share.
Great.
Good.
I am practicing trying to think of 3 things every morning that I'm grateful for.
Yes.
And you know, we try to do that in the morning, and sometimes it's a repeat. A lot of times it is the snow. It does clean it up every single day when you have snow every single day.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing I wanted to say is I've not been able to get on a regular basis, but a lot what you have taught me already, I do on my own.
Wow,
and I'm
good.
so grateful. So sometimes it's only 10 minutes, 5 minutes, sometimes it is the 20 minutes or longer, but I appreciate you folks getting me into some meditation, and I've shared with other people that even if you have thoughts floating the entire single time that you're doing it, it still works. And people are like lobbing onto that now, some of my friends. So, okay, that it still works. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's wonderful. And gratitude is such a fabulous practice. It's something I've done for years, and it just really turned my life around. You know, it's hard to be negative and grateful at the same time.
Impossible.
Yeah. Gratitude and contentment seem to be 2 sides of the same coin for me. So if I'm grateful, I'm content with what I have and what I don't have.
mhm.
Yeah, it's a good practice.
For those of you and for you who just shared with us, you can go on Liz's site.
The YouTube channel.
Would you explain, you know,
Okay.
the technology better than I?
If you go to YouTube and search Engage Therapy and Wellness, and then go to their video section, all of the recorded meditations are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great little library now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody else? You can just speak up if you have something to share.
What's next time?
Our next class will be on March 10th. It will be right here on Zoom at 1 o'clock. So you might want to come in ahead of time, just so that you're here when we start. And we're going to be exploring how to befriend your mind, how to make your mind your best friend. So it promises to be good. At least we think it is so far.
Mhm.
And we thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you next time. And namaste.
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 See you soon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.